Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to share with you my winter camping clothing layering system. Now winter camping is going to look a lot different in Georgia than it does in Montana. So as a point of reference, most of my winter camping is done in the states of Colorado and Wyoming, in between the elevations of 8,000 and 10,000 feet. Cold weather camping for me is when the daytime highs don't get out of the 30s and the nighttime lows don't get out of the teens. That's kind of a starting point for me, and then it can get as cold as it wants from there. I really enjoy cold weather camping and the challenge of it. But you've got to be prepared. And most of my camping is done solo, so I've really got to be prepared and be ready for anything. And in Colorado, man, the temperature can change so fast. It's very key that you have a layering system and know how to use it. It's very important to know when to take layers off and when to put them on. Don't wait until you're so hot and you're sweaty to take layers off, because you're going to get chilled. Don't wait until you get so cold that it's going to take a while for you to warm back up. So taking layers off and putting them back on is kind of a pain, but it's a learning process, and with a good layering system you're going to be able to regulate your heat and not be too cold or not be too hot when camping in the cold in the mountains. So to start with, I start with underwear. You can do what you want. I just want to protect my expensive base layers, so I wear some briefs. After that, what I do is I put on a over-the-calf merino wool sock. These come from -33. As a matter of fact, all my merino wool products come from -33. They're a good company. They're not the most expensive. I've been pleased with their products, so there's my little plug. These are awesome. I put them on, they go up to my knee, and that's the beginning of my cold weather layering system. After that, I put on a base layer. Now, base layers don't have to be expensive. Here's a set of polyester base layer that I bought off of Amazon. The brand name is Hero Biker. They only cost about $20 a set, and this is a great base layer. Base layers are not designed to keep you warm, but they are designed to help keep you from getting cold. And it does that by wicking the moisture away from your skin and evaporating it out into the atmosphere. And polyester and wool do that really well. But for 20 bucks, this is a great place to start. And if you want to step that up a little bit, there's nothing wrong with putting on a second base layer. Same thing. $20 Hero Bikers off of Amazon. They work. The downfall of the polyester base layers is after a couple days they tend to start stinking and itching my forearms, my calves. So on longer trips I tend to stay away from the polyester, but if you're on a budget, this is a great way to go to start out with. If you want to step it up, this is the base layer that I usually wear winter camping. This is also from -33. This is an expedition weight, 400 gram per square meter base layer set. It isn't cheap. This is about $300 for both components. But I can wear these for weeks on end. They don't stink, they don't itch. As a matter of fact, I just got done washing these for the first time after 3 seasons. So I spent probably 5 weeks in these, and then I washed them. They are super awesome. This is more than a base layer. This is a base layer plus a little insulation. It's really super warm. But you don't have to have those, but they are nice. The next thing I go to is I put on a heavy pair of, once again, merino wool socks. These are expedition weight from -33. These are they're a boot length sock, so they come up about mid-calf. They do make an over-the-calf expedition weight sock. I don't own it, but I eventually will, I'm sure. But I put these on over my base layer bottoms, so that really seals in my ankles. I got 2 pairs of socks on now, and I got that base layer sandwiched in between them down to my ankles. That's a real good start. Now, moving on to the head. The first line of defense that I use is a merino wool cap. It's just medium weight, probably 230 grams per square meter, I think, merino wool. And this helps to keep the heat in. Goes over the ears, and it's real effective. Now, if that's not enough, or if you want to take it up a little bit, you can add a neck gaiter to that. Once again, this is a 230 gram per square meter, medium weight, merino wool neck gaiter. And you can put that in conjunction with the merino wool cap, or you can wear 2 merino wool caps. Why not? And the neck gaiter. But if it gets really cold, you can step that up. What I'm saying is I've stepped that up. The next thing that I want to talk about is these merino wool liner gloves. They're 19 bucks, once again from -33. I wear these in the sleeping bag at night when the temperatures are sub-zero. If I have to mess with the zipper or anything, fingers can get cold real quick in sub-zero temperatures. So I always wear these when it's really cold out. It's just a great first line of defense for my hands. Now, the next thing that I have here to show you, this is a fleece balaclava. It's got a breathing panel there. I've used it a few times. I generally don't use it these days, and I'm not really sure why. I'm going to try to use it some more. Fleece is awesome. And this is going to protect your head and your neck, and there's nothing wrong with coming back and putting a cap on over the top of that. You decide, and that's what layering's all about, is having options. And when I'm up there by myself, all this stuff packs down into a couple of dry bags for me, and don't take up much room in my 4Runner, and I just have that there, and or just in case everything goes to heck, I've got what I need to stay warm. Kicking that up a notch. This is serious stuff here. I just got this, as a matter of fact, Christmas time in the Rockies. This is a merino wool expedition weight cap. I mean, this thing is really thick. I can't wait to wear this. It looks super warm, so it's just an upgrade over the other merino wool caps that I have. Then, I just recently got this as well. This is a new component in -33's merino wool line. This is called, they call this brushed Kodiak fleece. And the inside of this fabric is really fuzzy, and it feels thicker than my other expedition weight products. Can't wait to use this. It looks super warm. Great neck gaiter, comes down really far in the front, and I can just pair that up with this, and ooh, wow, that's hot. Now let's take it up another notch, and I just got this as well. This is also from -33. It's an expedition weight Kodiak fleece. It's got that brushed merino wool on the inside. Feels thicker than the other expedition weight products that I have from them. This has got an adjustable, the way this works is very similar to this fleece one I have. The way it's designed here, it's similar. It's kind of the opposite, actually. It's got ventilation in there. It's supposed to help with breathing. I can't wait to try it out. So, you know, the new Kodiak fleece neck gaiter, coupled with the new Kodiak fleece balaclava, with the expedition weight cap on top of that. Man, I can't wait till it gets real cold so that I can try this system out. And it's going to be cold this coming weekend. I'm not sure where I'm going to go, but I'm going to go on a solo trip, and it's going to be somewhere in the negative single digits for lows. So I'm going to be able to use more of my products than I have been able to use this season so far. Now, this is my expedition weight merino wool balaclava. It differs from the one I just showed you in that it doesn't have that brushed polar fleece, but it's still expedition weight. I've used this a lot, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I'm going to continue to use it. I may use it in conjunction with the other one. Who knows how cold it's going to get. Now, the next thing that I wear on my legs after my base layer is a pair of these outdoor pants. They're supposedly windproof, waterproof, I don't know. But I've been using them for 3 years as my main pair of pants. They're fleece lined. They're fairly warm. They're a good pant. I've actually got 2 pairs of these. I've got a black pair that's another size larger so that I can use it in a layering system. But that's my first line of defense for my legs after my base layer. So all of the stuff that I've shown you so far has been merino wool and polyester. Now I'm going to show you the down products that I have and that I use. First thing I want to show you is next step up for the feet. If you're in your sleeping bag, getting a pair of these is really going to be a game changer, especially if you have cold feet problems. I don't suffer from cold feet, but I know a lot of people do. And one of the reasons why I don't suffer from cold feet is I make sure that they don't get cold in the first place. And these socks are amazing. Now I got these off of Amazon. I think they were only 20 bucks a pair. The down is not responsibly sourced. These come from China. The down comes as a byproduct of the food industry. But they're very warm. They're down filled. They're cheap. They compress down to nothing. But they're really great in the sleeping bag for keeping your feet warm. Next, I want to talk about the head again. Well, no, let's talk about feet. All right, next level for your feet, if you're in your sleeping bag or just kind of kick back in the tent, these down socks from Goose Feet Gear are awesome. These are double filled, 850 down. Wow, these are super, super warm. I can put these on, and then I can put my feet into these. I can double them up, or I can just use these singly, but man, it's a super way to keep your feet warm or get them warm. You want to step that up a bit? I go to my Western Mountaineering Expedition down booties. These are awesome. These have Gore windstopper fabric throughout. They're waterproof, they're windproof. Down comes up to here. It's got a gator on it. 1/2-inch insulate foam with a really tough, durable bottom. I've been rolling on these for years. I tromp through camp. I walk on rocks in these things. I'll put my feet directly into these. They're a little bit big on me, so I like to put these on and then put these on. And no cold can touch my feet when I'm dressed up like that. Now, for my legs, after the base layer, I'll put on those all-weather pants, or I'll take those pants off and I'll put on a pair of down pants. Now, this is really, really warm. I don't suffer from cold feet, but I do suffer from cold knees. My knees and the tops of my lower thighs get cold when I'm sitting in the tent or sitting outside or in my sleeping bag. That's the first thing that gets cold on me. So I like to superheat my chicken legs. This is a pair of Nature Hike down pants. Got them off Amazon. They're really inexpensive. They're only like 50 bucks. And they really, really help to keep your legs warm. So I'll put those on over my base layer, or I'll put my outdoor pants on and then put those over the top of them, or vice versa. I've got another pair of the outdoor pants here. These are the larger size, and I have the option of putting these on over the top of the down pants. And if it really gets cold, heck, I'll put on another pair of down pants. They don't take up much space. They're 50 bucks. My 4Runner can handle the extra weight. I take them. 5 pairs of pants should keep my knees warm. Now, back to the head. This is a down-filled balaclava. This is the same brand as those down socks, Aegis Max, off of Amazon. Once again, not responsibly sourced down, but it's pretty puffy. And you put that thing on, man, it's awesome. I use these when I'm sleeping. I'm a side sleeper, so I've modified my sleeping situation on my Western Mountaineering sleeping bags. I tighten up the collar, but I leave the hood fairly loose, and then this allows me to turn from side to side, keep my head insulated, and not get cold. That's about $24 for that. That's not very expensive. But if you want to step that up, which I have, here is a double-filled down balaclava feet gear. This thing is pretty puffy. It's quite warm. Once again, just compresses down. 850 fill power down in this. You see I put a bungee cord on here, and the way that works for me is I'll put my arms through these holes here and then put the hat on, the balaclava on, and the bungee cords go under my armpits, and I don't really feel those at night, but it helps keep that balaclava straight on my head. When I turn from side to side, it goes with me so I don't end up with a face full of nylon and down. So it's really, really a nice component. But there's always something better, so that's about an $85 balaclava. This price point is more like $120, and this is really the best of the best that I've been able to find. This is from Ward Bonnet, a cottage industry that specializes in high-end hammock and underquilt and quilt products. This, once again, 850 fill power goose down. But the design of this is amazing. This is a baffled balaclava. These are not sewn through seams. The Goose Feet Gear one has sewn through seams. This has baffled seams, or baffled baffles. It's thick, it's very thick, and it's much like wearing a down-filled motorcycle helmet. It's crazy awesome. I usually wear that outside. Sometimes I just like looking at it. It's so cool. Okay. So, getting back to the head, this is a little down-filled hat that I picked up from Outdoor Research. It was discontinued because people didn't like the elastic aspect. Seems to stay on my head quite well, so it's just another piece of my arsenal. Doesn't take up much space, but I might need it. Down-filled gloves from Eddie Bauer. I put those on over the top of my merino wool liner gloves, and they work real well. And then I have some Eddie Bauer Weather Edge windproof, waterproof, down-filled gloves with gauntlets on them. That just really is the next level of glove for me. A couple other things I want to talk about. I do have a pair of goggles, and when it's windy, on the camping I'm going to be doing this next weekend, it's going to be below zero and steady winds at 30 miles an hour. And having a set of goggles is awesome. Protect your eyes, keep them from drying out. I put them on over the balaclava, and it seals off the perimeter and keeps my face warm and protected. Another little component that I use, it's really not a piece of clothing, but it's something to consider. I know that people try all kinds of pillows, and I have as well. But when I'm winter camping, an air pillow doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's not going to keep my head warm, and it's just, and they're not that comfortable. I use down pillows. I've got a few of them here to show you. So from Goose Feet Gear, once again, this is their, I believe their medium pillow. I don't know if this is a medium or large, but this has got as much down in it as they'll put in. It's 5.5 ounces of 850 down. This is the size smaller from that, and it's got 2.5 ounces of down. Now, both of these have envelope to put clothes in or whatever, what have you. I put this pillow inside of the gray pillow, giving me a total of half a pound of down in this pillow. And I tuck that into my hood of my sleeping bag. I cinch it up a little bit so it grabs it like this. I got my down balaclava on, and man, that helps to keep my head warm and comfortable, whereas a simple air pillow is not going to do that for you. This is the Western Mountaineering Cloud Rest pillow. It's got 4 ounces of Western Mountaineering's crazy 900 fill down, and it's really nice too. It's not quite as much as I like most of the time, so I generally don't take it, but if I'm doing something light, this is the pillow I'll take. Now, taking clothing on and off in the layering system can be kind of a hassle, but for me it's kind of fun. It's part of the winter camping experience. If I'm just going out to shovel my drive, I'm not going to put all this stuff on. I'm going to put on my winter expedition parka over my t-shirt and go outside and get the job done. I take that with me if, like, all of a sudden I decide I want to go walking and I don't feel like putting my clothes on. I'll just throw that on, and that thing's amazing. Once again, from Eddie Bauer, the Superior Down Parka. So, up here for my core, after the base layer, I will put on a wool sweater. This is a wool sweater that my wife bought for me several years ago. She bought me a couple more, actually. They're from England, from a company called Wool Overs, and it's a really, really nice rag wool sweater. So that's my first line of defense after the base layer for my torso. Next, a heavyweight fleece jacket. This is what I'll put on over my wool sweater. It's by Columbia. It's really heavy. I'm not sure what they measure this at, but it's very, very thick and heavy polar fleece. And it's all my components. I keep buying a bigger size for the next layer, so I'm assured that there's plenty of room to cover all the layers that I'd be wearing underneath this. So this is a little oversized by design. After that, if it's still cold and I want to put something more on, I will put on a down jacket. This is a Eddie Bauer Cirrus Light down jacket. I don't know what I paid for it. I think it was about $75. Very warm, nice jacket. I use it all the time. If that's not enough, let's put on another down jacket. Just saying. For my feet, it's not too cold and snowy out. I'll just use my hiking boots. What are these? These are La Sportivas, about a $400 pair of hiking boots. I really enjoy them. I haven't used them that much yet. The snow is deep. Gaiters. And if it's really cold, which it usually is about this time of year, I just bring these. These are really nice and a real great value. These are from Columbia. I've had them for 4 or 5 years. They've held up really well, and they've kept my feet really, really warm. And I'm talking double-digit negative Fahrenheit temperatures. My feet don't get cold in these. If I'm not wearing my Western Mountaineering Expedition booties, I'm wearing these. So this is all my crazy winter camping gear. I don't use it all the time, but I usually bring all of it with me, especially when it's really cold. Like next weekend, those winds are going to be blowing and the temperature is going to be below 0 Fahrenheit, and I'm going to be snug as a bug in a rug in my tent, in my clothing, and just waiting for nighttime, crawl into the Western Mountaineering bag of my choice, and it's on. I want to thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please click the like and subscribe button. That'll help me continue to get these videos to you. Until then, please be safe. Enjoy your winter camping, and I'll catch you on the next video.